I would say there's a good chance we see Cameron Whitehead. There's a good chance we see Carter Shade, provided there's no setbacks. Aiden Thompson's probably still 50-50. Joe LeMay, I would suspect, is still out. So we're kind of just finding our way. Jack Messick will be sticking around and playing again this weekend with Joe being out for sure. And then we've got Keaton Peters sticking around permanently, so he kind of went from an affiliate status to a full-term player for us, which was a necessity after Tanner Ludke went back to high school. We've been searching for a fourth-line center, and we think Keaton's done a good job and will fill that role just fine. You know what, I think that's what it's always about is focusing on what we do, and we're not a results-driven coaching staff. We are big believers that our process and the way we do things on a day-to-day basis, and then ultimately the way we play, generate the results that we're looking for. And the biggest thing that frustrated me this weekend was the lack of proper process throughout the 6 periods that we played. Certainly we had stretches of really good hockey throughout the 2 games, but consistency was a problem, and because of that, we came on the short end of the stick. I'm not really worried about our confidence. It's a 62-game season. We're 1-1-1 in our last 3. We lose a game with 15 seconds left in the third on Saturday. That's a tough way to lose a hockey game, but there's guys waiting in the wings ready to jump back in and help us take the next step. And I did see a lot of really good things over the course of the last 3 games, and guys taking a big step offensively, creating, playing in some bigger roles, doing some good things. There's just some of the finer points of our game need to improve, and that needed to improve before we ran into this little stretch of hockey. But we're still in a very good position with a lot of hockey left in this season, and it's simply a matter of us finding a way to get better. I thought today was a good step in that direction with the way that we practiced. Well, I think we don't have any blazing goal scorers on this team, right? Nobody's going to score 40 this year. So we're going to score our 5-on-5 goals off of good habits of generating offensive zone possession, of extending our possession with first touches and getting our D involved. And we got away from that this week. We were really good at it a few weeks ago, and we scored some 5-on-5 goals. And this past weekend, we weren't very good at it. And, we're not just going to come curling out of the corner and rip one under the bar. That happens very rarely. You have to earn your space in this league, and you have to create and score with net front presence and hard physical play. And so when we don't play that way, then it is really hard to score 5-on-5. But is it a concern? Of course it's a concern. Am I stressing over it? No. Do I believe that we can play the right way and generate the chances we need? Yes. Can we rely on our power play night in and night out? I don't think that's realistic. And I just got done telling the guys that. We need to score three 5-on-5 goals a night, and then if our power play can chip in, great. But we can't expect them to bring the offense every night. We're not going to win a lot of hockey games that way. Yeah, and obviously we feel there's 6 games left in the first half here before we hit the Christmas break. 12 points available. You want to maximize as many of those points as you can, knowing full well that you hit the dog days of junior hockey in the wintertime when it's cold and kind of gray and dreary outside, and it's a bit of a challenge for guys to find some motivation day in and day out. And so the more we can get heading into the break, the better our guys will feel about the time spent at home with their families, and they come back energized and ready to go.